This is teaching artist Jennifer Puig, better known as Miss Jenni. And today I'm inviting you all to join me on a 1, 2, 3 rhythmic warm-up from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of our feet. Today we will be learning a little bit of salsa, which is a dance from Cuba that is used on a 1, 2, 3 rhythm. Let's give it a try. So before we start our warm-up from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet, let's first clap the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We're going to clap by going 1, 2, 3, and 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 1, 2, 3. I believe we are ready to begin our warm-up. And in order to do that, we're going to do the same pattern, but starting with our head. And it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let's do front and back. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Great. Let's go to our shoulders. We go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Alternating. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Great job. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Let's try shoulders front and back. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Opening up the chest. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Let's do the same thing now, but with our elbows. We go 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Leaning. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Let's swing those arms with a 1, 2, 3. Front and back like this. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Bend those knees a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3. And we swing to the side. We go 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. That was our 1, 2, 3 rhythm with our arms. Let's go now to our hips. We're going to bend our knees slightly to give it a little bit more range. And we're going to move our hips like this to one side. 1, 2, 3. Return to center. 1, 2, 3. Return to center. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Warming up those legs. Let's go front and back. And again, we slightly bend our knees and we go front with our pelvis, back, front and back to the center. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Let's give it a try with our knees. And we bring our feet closer together. And we go 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Relaxing your arms. And 1, 2, 3. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Up next is our feet. And in order to warm up our feet, we're going to bring our legs closer together. We're going to balance on one foot, trying not to wobble, and we're going to point our foot, flex it, point it, and return to a neutral position, which means just a relaxed foot. Are we ready? And you can use your arms, by the way, for balance on the side, or you can leave them off to the side. Relax. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Great. Bring that other foot in and shake off that other standing foot. Let's try it on the other leg. And we lift, trying not to wobble, and we're going to start pointing. 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Point, flex, point, and flex, point, flex, and point, flex, point. Good. Flex, point, flex. Wonderful. Point, flex, point, and flex, point, flex. And we bring it back in, and we shake off our other standing leg. And that was our 1, 2, 3 rhythm from the top of our hand to the bottom of our feet. Let's get ready now for a basic salsa step. All right. In order to begin our basic salsa step, let's transfer the 1, 2, 3 rhythm to our feet. The key here is the word and in between the 1, 2, 3 rhythm. And the and in the movement is the pause when we return to our center neutral position. Basic salsa step. We're going to do our basic salsa step today by counting with a 1, 2, 3, and. I am going to slow it down at first, and then we will speed it up. At first, where our feet are together, our legs are close together, and you slightly bend your knees. We're going to step out with the right. Then we're going to step back again with our left. And then we're going to bring our feet together in the middle. Then we're going to bring our left out. We're going to step back with our right. And we're going to bring our feet together. So it would look like this. 1, 2, and 3. And 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 notice that when I say and, my feet return to center. We're going to call that neutral position. Yes? Let's give it a try one more time. We go right steps, left steps together. And left steps, right steps together. Again, we go right step, left step together. One last time, left and right and together. Let's try that a little faster. Let's clap our rhythm. It's going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And we put it on our feet. We go 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And step, step together. And step, step together. Step, step together. And step, step together. And step, step together. And step, step together. Wonderful. Let's try that even a little faster. So it would go like this. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, say it, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, wonderful. Let's give it a try with some music. Are we ready? Let's shake our chest a little. We shake to begin our salsa rhythm. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Now, in order to do the second basic salsa step today, we are going to do the 1, 2, 3 rhythm but to the front instead of the side. So rather than moving to my side, I'm going to step with my right foot front and I'm going to say 1. The back foot steps again, 2, and then they come back together. So same concept, but only going to the front and back center. Let's give that a try. We go 1 and 2 and 3. And the other leg. 1 and 2 and 3. And, or we can say step and step together. And step, front, step, back together. Say it with me. Step, front, step, back together. One more time. Step, front, step, back together. Let's speed that up as well to see how that would look. The rhythmic tempo we're going to use is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 to the front. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In the middle. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Step front, back together. Front, back together. Front, back together. Front, back together. Now, when we want to really feel the salsa music, the more you bend your knees, the more you are able to move your body with these steps. It would look like this. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Low left. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Give it attitude. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And that was our front salsa step. For our third salsa step today, we are going to give it a little spin on both sides. But rather than using the 1, 2, 3 rhythm, I want you to bring one foot on the front of you, and I want you to spin around, keeping one leg in center, like this. Stepping, 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 stepping together. Now to that movement, we're going to add a little bit of shimmy chest. Yes, which means a tiny shake, not very big, but a tiny little shake that's done in a fast-paced tempo. It would look like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and together. Let's try it on the other leg. One leg comes out, hands open, arms open, chest open, and we shake. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. On 8 we return. Now let's put all those steps together. We're going to do 8 basic salsa steps to the side. And we're going to do 8 basic salsa steps to the front. Then we're going to put our third step, and we're going to step out with our left, shimmy around ourselves, connect in the center, and then again step out with your right and spin around and shimmy and come back together. Let's give that a try with music. 5, 6, bend those knees, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 4 more, let's go. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Let's go to the front, front and together. Front and together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go out. Shimmy. 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 Together. On the other side. Right. Shimmy. 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 And together. One more time. Side. Together. Side. Together. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 4 more times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. To the front. Let's go. Front and together. Front and together. Good attitude. Out. And shimmy. Open up those arms and enjoy it. Hand together, other leg. Here we go. Right. Spinning and shaking. And together. And shimmy. And stop. Wonderful job, everyone. Awesome job, everyone. That was our basic salsa step. Remember, salsa is a dance that started in Cuba, but it is danced all over the world. Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and a lot of other cultures, Colombia, Venezuela, they really enjoy this dance called salsa. And salsa means sauce, which means it's spicy and it's full of flavor. So make sure you put flavor into your own salsa steps. Can you come up with a new salsa step using a 1, 2, 3? You might do a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Can you kick it in front and go 1, 2, and come back? So it's all about having fun. Have a great time today. Show it to your family, your friends. Share it with someone. And may you have the rest of a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me today. Let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose to finish off with a nice cool down. Inhaling up and exhaling out. Opening up our legs now. Inhaling up. And let's full front. Exhale, releasing that lower back, dropping our heads. And we give our knees a little hug on one side. We give our knees a hug on the other side. And we're going to bring our arms, interlace them in front, and drop. Very good. Inhale, bend those knees. Inhale up. Exhale, open up your arms. And one more time, inhale up. And on the exhale, bring your feet together and hands to your heart.